Hi everybody, this is Oxangelone, and today I'm giving out my ElvUI profile slash configuration. A viewer requested this, and I thought this would be a great way of showing how to configure ElvUI and the many features that I really find convenient. So once you first download the add-on, this would be your basic ElvUI profile. So if you want to import my profile, all you have to do is type /LVUI. Then we go to import profiles, or go to profiles and then import profile. I have a Google document that has the code for my profile, so all you have to do is simply copy and paste from the Google Doc. So we paste it here. As you can see, the profile name is Cheeky. We import now, and then you can save your profile to whatever name you have. But I'd suggest that you save it as Cheeky because you got to put respect in the name. So we click accept, and this is my current ElvUI profile. So I'll actually go through some of the features that I really find convenient, and it removes a lot of the clutter that's in the current Blizzard user interface, and also gives me a lot of information that I need quickly and at a glance. So if you look at the top left, we have our microbar, which is basically your menu items, such as your spell book, talents, group finder, etc. On the bottom left, we have our chat log / combat log, so you can swap between the two. Then we have our specs and loot specializations. A problem that I had before was that I would be in the wrong loot specialization, so that was a pain. But here's really a quick way of seeing if you're in the right spec and loot, and also we can swap really easily from here. All you have to do is just click, right click whatever loot specialization you want. So outlaw, or here we'll go back to subtlety. So right click, and then left click if you want to change specs. And then we have all of our action bars here. How I kind of organized my action bar was having my miscellaneous items on my left, my main rotation on this middle bar, and then my right bar, my major cooldowns, and I have some extra bars if I wanted to keybind more buttons. So I don't know if it copy and paste my key bindings, but if you want to change it, we go back to /LVUI, click toggle anchors, and then as you can see, these are the action bars. So whenever you're key binding, you'll know that bar 1 is my main rotation, and then you can change your key bindings there. Also, if you want to change how the user interface looks, this would be the way to do it using toggle anchors. So click lock here. So if you want to change like the number of buttons on your action bar, or change some of the features, or how the action bar looks like, we can remember to click the plus sign. So let's go to bar 3. I think that's the bottom right here. I don't remember. So if you want to add more buttons, let's see here. Actually, let's go back here. Let's add more buttons. So as you can see in the bottom right, these are a list of extra buttons that I had. Actually, I wasn't using them, but I prefer about 6 buttons per row. And so if you want to add more buttons, this will be your way of doing so. So if you want to add more buttons on one row, that's how you do it. But if you only want to make multiple rows, then you reduce it. But I like it at 6, so we'll keep it that way. But if you want to make changes, it's up to you. You have the freedom to do that. So we'll click close here, and let's move along. These two vertical columns, the first one shows my current artifact power and how far I'm from getting my next trait. So I'm currently 58% in, and I'm around 100k artifact power and unlocking the next trait. And then the next vertical column is my honor level. Well, I don't use it as much because PvP is dead. Feels bad, man. Then we have our FPS, and MS shows what add-ons I have and how much memory it takes. We have our time, which shows the realm time, server time, as well as what areas you're saved in. Gold shows how much gold you have across all characters, but since I have one character on the server, it's only going to show this. And also shows your current deficit or profit, but it looks like in this play session I've lost 23 gold. If you go to the top right, it shows your guild information and friends list, so you can click it and you'll open up another menu. So those are our guild menu right here. So that covers that. But what I also like about ElvUI, it helps you, you can track buffs over your player frame rather than the top right. So if you press, let's for example, shows you my current buff right here. But a recent problem that I had was that actually caused me to lose DPS because I would have every single buff imaginable, and I wouldn't be able to see my shadow dance, which is my major buff, and I was actually overlapping it because I thought I ran out. So a way to remove buffs, let's actually take an example here. Let's activate this trinket, and as you can see, there's the buff. So if I want to remove this buff, all you have to do is simply press shift and right click, and the buff is gone. As you can see, it's in the blacklist. If we look at the top right, the buff is still going on, but it won't show over your player frame. But if you want to add the buff, let's say you accidentally got removed a buff that you needed, you can easily add it back in. So we go back to /ElvUI, go to filters, and go to the blacklist. So we want to remove it from the blacklist. So we type rapid adaptation, and then we press OK, and it should be added back in. So let's just wait another 10 seconds before clicking again, just to show you that we added it successfully. Hopefully I added it successfully, typed it out correctly. The spell is rapid adaptation, so as you can see, it's added back in. And if you want to remove it, shift right click. So that's what I like about ElvUI, just very flexible, and it helps me track buffs that I need, and I can remove buffs easily over my player frame. So I think I covered everything regarding ElvUI. If you enjoyed this type of content, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see everybody later.